What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. It's been about 6 months. Had a little hiatus. We've been busy. Got a new production van, which we're going to talk about today. We got a new office, got a whole new camera set up. So we've been busy over here. But I wanted to talk about this new production van, why I got it, how I got it, and how I use it. So why did we buy this van? Not only did I buy this van, I actually traded in my Jeep Grand Cherokee for this production van. I bought it because the practicality of it. I wanted to be able to fit all my gear into the van. I could fit almost all my gear into the Jeep, but I wanted to be able to physically roll a cart onto the van with all my gear on it and be able to roll that cart back off. Saves time and the space. I mean, the whole, obviously in the Jeep, you have these back seats, you have all the stuff in the way. With this van, there's nothing back there. So you can fit a full cart assembled, all your camera gear, all your lighting gear, all your stands, all your light stands, like anything and everything you need, you can fit inside the van. So obviously the practicality of it, I wanted to be able to fit all my gear inside the van. And I can't stress enough being able to roll my cart onto this thing, because that saved a lot of time. Because beforehand I had to take the whole cart down, put all my gear around it, and then take the whole cart out, pick up the cart physically, put it on the ground, and these carts are heavy, build the cart, then put all my stuff on. So like you could see where that time adds up. It eats into my time that I could be setting up an interview shot or setting up shots or whatever, planning, doing some pre-production stuff. So that was really one of the biggest selling points for me, is being able to just roll a cart onto the van. It sounds kind of silly, but I just, anything that makes my job easier, I'm gonna do it. One of the biggest reasons I got this van was the fact that I can bring that cart over there on here. I can just roll it on here. Now, in order to do that, you have to have ramps. I'm gonna link all these, anything that I've mentioned in this video in the description below, but these ramps I think I got off of, I don't wanna say, it might've been Amazon, but I'll link them below. Now, you set these ramps below, and I'll be honest, you could probably find a better way to do this, because these are kind of a pain, but these were the cheapest, best option. Set up the ramps like this, and it might pinch your fingers too, you gotta be careful. This is also a lot easier and quicker than doing it the alternative way, which is break that whole cart down, put it in your Jeep, and do all that stuff. That's not fun. So, a ramp looks something like that. Now we have a car behind us, so it might be a little difficult for me to roll this on, but I'll try. Now this isn't normally how I do it. I usually have a lot more space behind me. The first thing you want to do is push the cart on, because you're gonna put all the gear, lighting, audio gear, all that stuff around the cart. So the cart needs to go on first, obviously, because you're gonna pretty much build everything around it. This is just camera gear, some batteries, monitor, lighting, tripod, gimbal, stuff like that. So you gotta have a little strength to do this and some finesse. Oopsies. But yeah, push it on up like that. Slides right in. And then once you get it in, oopsie. Once you slide her on in, what I normally do is I'll move these over a little bit, and I'll grab a ratchet strap and ratchet around this cart just to make sure it's secure, and then I'll start building everything around that. Also, I usually put these, once I roll on the cart, I'll put these in last and either bungee them around something or just make sure they're secure, because if they're not secure, they'll shake a lot, it'll be annoying. And I got this idea from Giancarlo, so we'll actually put, this is almost the same exact setup. He had some storage up here on this side. I actually put that in mine, but I took it out because it was too much. So, yep, put these in last to make sure they're secure, otherwise they're gonna make a lot of racket. Okay, so right here, if you come in closer, you'll see you got some space up front and a lot more space right here. Now you can, right here, you can stack up more carts and then make sure they're ratcheted down or bungeed down. Or like I said, you can get that, you can get some storage right here. I opted to take it out because I can fit more stuff right here and lay stuff on top. But right here, I'll usually just throw in all my C-stands. I usually have about 3 to 4 C-stands and then some like impact stands I'll throw up front. You usually have to take them, you usually have to take them apart. They're not gonna fit right unless you take them apart. And then once you put all the stands in right here, you can start putting stuff on top. All right, so you can see up front, you have a lot of space for more C-stands, more impact stands, whatever stands you have. I have a 4x8 floppy, I have some scrim I can throw on top of that, and then I'll throw whatever remaining gear I have, usually right here. It fits in pretty nicely. You want to pack in as much stuff as possible. Now I'm not going to do that on this video. I'm not going to pack every single piece of gear that I have in here. You can also throw tripods or stands underneath the cart, and you can really fill this baby up. Again, you want to ratchet strap that cart down though. Make sure it's not moving around too much. And I'll show you the front. It's nothing special. You have you know, 2 seats. This is the most basic version, but it's not anything crazy, but it is what it is. You can't see anything on that anyways. Some people have partition up here to where, you know, if their gear flies up forward, it doesn't hit them in the face. But yeah, pretty simple, nice addition to the Hatchie Productions arsenal. So, sweet. Number 2, it's really just the optics of it. I have my van wrapped, I have my logo on it, I have all my numbers and socials on there or whatever. So like just pulling up on site with a van that says your name on it. So having it wrapped, you know, I've always wanted to do that. It's brand recognition. You pull up on site with van, you know, people think you're legit, you can charge more, and people take you more seriously. So actually, a good point one of my friends made, he's like, oh, you know, the wrap's cool, man, but you're just painting a huge picture on your van saying, hey, come break in and steal all my stuff. Well, I didn't really think about that. Hasn't been an issue yet, but I could see how if you lived in like a big city where there's a lot more crime, that could be an issue. I live in a small town, Alabama, probably not an issue. Also, anytime that I'm not on site filming inside the van, I have all my gear out, essentially. So I don't leave all my gear inside the van. Another pro to getting one of these vans is the price. They're not super expensive, especially if you get a used one. If you get a new one, it's probably a little bit different story, but a Ford Transit Connect used, pretty affordable in my opinion. And the gas mileage is also a lot better than what I used to get. It's like about 28 miles per gallon. So I cannot complain about that. So should you get a video production van? Short answer, yes, you definitely should. It makes it so much easier on you. You can get paid more just by the optics of it. Hey, you're rolling up in a van, the practicality of it, the ease of use, how seamless it is to just roll your cart on, roll it off. I mean, all that stuff, yes, I mean, you should get a van. You definitely should get a van. But I wouldn't get the 2016 Ford Transit Connect XL. Just wouldn't do it. It's had a lot of recalls. It's had a lot of problems. This van in particular has been in the shop probably 6 times since I've gotten it. I've had to get a new transmission. I've had to get a whole new braking system, and it still doesn't run as smoothly as I would like it to. So make sure you do your research on your van purchase. I mean, maybe look into the newer models of the Ford Transit Connect, maybe look into a Sprinter, a Mercedes Sprinter, maybe look into one of the Dodge vans. I mean, just make sure you do your research. I thought I did mine. I guess I didn't do it thoroughly enough, but this is why I'm making this video. So short answer, yes, get a van, just make sure you do your research. But yeah, if you have any questions, concerns, suggestions actually, because I mean, this van's not done, this van build's not done. I actually had a full rack in there, but I had to take it out, just made too much noise and moved around a little too much. I didn't really like it. It took up more space than I thought it would, so I took that out. But if you guys have any suggestions on, you know, how I should build this out and all that fun stuff, let me know below. If you enjoyed the video, toss me a like, sub, all that good stuff. I'm gonna show you the tour of this office in one of the next videos I do. I'm gonna show you the whole new camera setup. I'm gonna keep y'all up to date on all the things that are hatchy. So I'll see y'all soon.